Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Now, I'm pretty stoked for this one. We are doing What Genre Is This Week? And I don't know anything about this band other than what I'm seeing right here on the album cover. Let me get this pulled up because this is gold. So the band is called Adebisi Shank. The song is called World in Harmony. The album cover is a extremely muscle-bound man blowing his own mind because his mind is a light bulb and he's flexing so hard. And the album is called, this is the third album of a band called Adebisi Shank. And it's so bad, campy, ridiculous, however you want to word it. And I am just a sucker for this aesthetic. Especially that album name. This is the third album of a band called Adebisi Shank. Alright, let's get into this one. I don't know what we're in for, but I'm excited. Very uplifting and positive. That nice little trill there. Alright, we got some old, what are they calling that? Chiptune stuff. Lots of clipping at the high end there. Dang, that comes in hard. Very cool. So the vocal track is becoming very rhythmic. Dude, those runs in the background are gorgeous. Those drums are feeling very thin. Interesting decision there. Yeah, really cool trade-offs here. So we were getting a few of the that core anthem and then some melodic lines between them. So that was pretty cool. This song just puts a smile on my face. Oh man. All right. So, I'm probably really far off here. Is that what the kids are calling Nintendo Core these days? Like I said, might be off on that one. So, yeah, this one's a weird one. Um, I think if we take it just for what could be written on paper, I don't think we'll end up with a very interesting song. A lot of what is cool about this track is the digital effects, the things that are changed throughout. It's more about the textures and the timbres than about the notes themselves. Other than the fact that I do think we need to look at some of the ideas in the music before we move on to the digital effects. Um, so the song is called World in Harmony. The song is uplifting, it's positive, it radiates good vibes, especially at the end. We entered into a sort of post rock, hyper overdriven, hyper distorted, filling up the soundscape, extremely loud and big, but it didn't feel oppressive. I think this is the first time that I've seen that writing style, that texture style, be used in a positive way. It fills me with joy. I couldn't stop smiling. It's a fun, uplifting track, and that is new to me. Like I said, I've never heard anybody use that, uh, you know, post rock sound non-oppressively. It's I mean, yes, it there is a weight to it, but it's not a weight of negativity. It's basically forcing happiness on you, at least for me. I don't think I could be mad listening to this song. It's so uplifting. There's so much positivity in it. And that's cool. I love that. Um, so yeah, there's some really cool runs going on in here. I mentioned somewhere in the middle. I think it was like 2.5, 3 minutes in. Um, we had this really interesting back and forth between getting the core anthem and then what I think it would be like a guitar-ish tone, really nice 16th note run going up, and then we get the core anthem and then a nice 16th note run coming down, and it's this nice little trade-off between getting the core ideas mixing in with some melody, and instead of trying to overlap them, we trade them off. So that was really cool. There were some ideas of melody in here outside of the core line that reprised itself many, many times. But they were often relegated to like background embellishments. If you're really paying attention, you can hear a lot of really cool runs going on. That little ornamentations popping up, dancing around the main melody line, and I love that. It's these little pockets of happiness around this giant uplifting painting. I don't. That's the best way I can describe it. It's such a happy song. It really is, um, and it's playful. Even when the vocals come in and they say "world in harmony," it's fairly straight. And then we enter both times, all three times that the vocals come in. It's said fairly straight, almost on all downbeats. And then we enter into like a triplet feel on it, and it just gets real playful with how the rhythms of those words are said. Even though by the end of each vocal section, it doesn't feel so much like vocals as much as another instrument, a rhythmic instrument. Actually, usually rhythmic based is where my brain took that. Um, and it's just everything can get played around with. You're a bass line instrument will give you, a bit of a melody piece, but you're going to be in the background. We're going to have an uplifting section. Well, let's make it huge. Let's force this happiness on somebody. We were just extremely loud. Let's bring it down a bit. Just lots of playfulness everywhere in here. Um, but I think what really pulls it all together is the sound effects. It gives me a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of chiptune sounds in here. There are a couple of sections, especially the parts that don't have the guitar tone in them. I don't know if it's actually an electric guitar or maybe they are just using some digital effects to make it sound like one. But when the guitar tone is removed from the picture and we just have that sparse, uh, very thin, I'd say, chiptune sound, it gives me a very strong Anamanaguchi sound, which is a chiptune duo. I think there's two. I think Anamanaguchi is two people. And they write chiptune music. And so I mean, it gives me some of that nostalgia. I'm not really a huge fan of Anamanaguchi, but I do know of some of their works. So I do hold a little place in my heart for them. um, so yeah, I get some vibes from that. And then, of course, all the little sound effects that sound like they could come from, the games of old, the Marios and the Metroids and the Sonics. Um, yeah. So it's a warm song that feels like coming home to me, if that makes any sense. It makes me nostalgic for my childhood when everything was hunky dory and there was nothing to worry about. It was just fun times all the time. You get home from school and maybe you do your homework and then the rest of the evening is just enjoyment. Whatever you want to do, there's nothing to worry about. You did the work that you had to do for the day and that work wasn't terribly hard. The school had fun things to do. There's, art classes and music classes. It's not like you're cramming, uh, you know, mental courses all the time. You got PE, you got recess. School, I mean, we complained about it as kids, but it's not like it was hard. You come home and you do like 30 minutes of, homework or whatever. Then you got like 4 hours, and that's video games and Legos and, uh, computer warriors figurines and whatever. Whatever you happen to have around as a kid. Um, and that's what this song reminds me of. It's positivity and nostalgia all up into one. And yeah, I will I will probably be checking out more of this. It definitely caught me off guard. It's not at all what I thought we were going to listen to. But the band name, well, not the band. I don't know what the band name means. The album name is hilarious. The album cover is imaginative, and the music is warm, warm and happy. So I'm gonna be checking out more of them. This is where you guys come in. Though, hit me up. Let me know what your thoughts are on Adebisi Shank, and the song World in Harmony. If you get any of those feelings that I do, like I said, warm nostalgia, childhood, that's what I get out of here. And lots of positivity. I don't think anybody's not going to get the positivity. They beat you over the head with their happiness. But yeah, the nostalgia might be a little more of a biased feel, a biased take on this one. Put that in the comments though. There's also a description box if you'd like to check out any links adjacent to the channel, such as the Patreon campaign or the Discord server. If you'd like to join either of those, links are in the description. There's also some buttons nearby like subscribe, ring the bell, yada yada yada. I'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UTC, with the last song. What is this week? Of what genre is this? Oh, it's been a long week. Yeah, the last song for this theme week, this week's theme, and it's my personal pick. I have no idea what I picked. It just sounded fun, so I'm interested. All right. Until next time, remember to be critical and not cynical of the music you listen to, and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you choose to watch my videos. And I did not prepare myself. Usually, I like have the mouse ready to do the movement credits, and I was not ready this time.